If you feel like you've been doing everything right, like you've been eating better, you've been working out, being more consistent, and your weight isn't really changing, you're probably not in a calorie deficit. And I don't mean that to like rain on your parade. I just mean like literally, because this is what it usually looks like. All right. You clean things up during the week. You're more aware of what you're eating, you're making better choices, you're trying to be more consistent. Like you might even be tracking sometimes. And for a few days, you feel like you are just on it. Like, okay, like this is working. And then nothing really changes, or it moves a little and then it stalls. And now you're confused because, from your perspective, you are trying. So your brain just starts to like fill in those gaps. Maybe it's your metabolism. Maybe it's hormones. Maybe your body just doesn't respond like it used to, and now you're second guessing everything. When really, you're just missing how this actually works. Fat loss isn't based on effort. It's not based on how clean you eat. It's not based on how hard your workouts are. It's really based on one thing. Are you actually in a calorie deficit over time? Like that's really it. And most people think that they are, but they're not. And here's the pattern that I see all the time. You're in a deficit like Monday through Friday afternoon. You're more structured, more routine, more intentional during the week. You're probably eating less, moving more. So during the week, you are doing the right things. And then when that weekend hits and nothing crazy happens, you're not going completely off the rails, but you are like a little bit looser. You're not tracking the same. You're eating out, you're having a few more bites here and there, and it doesn't feel like a big deal because each decision feels like really small. But weekends are almost a third of your week. So if you even go over like a few hundred calories over on Saturday and Sunday, you can completely erase your entire deficit. And now your weekly average is at maintenance, which means then nothing changes. So from your perspective, you're like, why is this not working? But from a numbers perspective, your body is doing exactly what it should be doing. You're just not actually in a deficit. And this is where people get really frustrated because it feels like you're trying, and you are. This isn't like a discipline problem. This isn't a motivation type problem. It's just that no one ever showed you how to actually look at this in a way that makes sense. Your body doesn't care if you were good most of the week. It responds to the average. What are you consistently doing over time? So you can feel like you're doing everything right and still not be in a deficit. And the fix isn't like just cutting everything out or being super extreme. It's just really understanding how to actually measure this and how to adjust this stuff without making your whole life miserable. Because there's a way to do this where you still live your life and it works. Once this clicks, the fat loss will stop feeling random. You stop guessing, you stop second guessing, and you'll actually know what's working and what's not. If you want the exact system that I use to set this up and actually make it work, I broke it down step by step. I'll link it below. Or if you want, just message me deficit and I'll send it to you.